do you analyze the market as such? So there are two types of analysis in the market, the fundamental and the technical. So in the technical one, what we basically use is, let's say you see this chart, you see that this is going up. So that is how simple technical is. You just look at the chart and you don't even look, sometimes you don't even look at the name of the share. So you simply form a trend right here. So you see that this is an upward trend and you take a trade based on this. So that is basically what, in layman terms, what technical is. Apart from that, it analyzes statistical trends as well. It has Fibonacci numbers and everything, but in that detail you should get into. And there are, other trading activities such as well, like price movement and volume. So if you see that, if in the coming slides we'll tell you what is a price movement, what is a price action zone where there is rejection and everything. So you'll get to know how you use technical analysis as such. Apart from that, there are indicators as well, like RSI, EMA, which will give you signals that, they will denote some numbers and they will give you signals. So they'll probably just tell you ki whether this is a good uptrend or whether it is a good downtrend. So that is what these indicators are all about. Fundamental analysis, on the other hand, is basically evaluating the company as a whole and not the share price. So in technical, we are more concerned with, trends and statistical activity, like volume and the number of shares, the price movement, everything. But in fundamental, you are more concerned with the valuation of the company. So what do? You take out the financials of the company. So this is basically the financials for ITC. So you can see the market cap. So market cap is the 1960 billion. So you basically compare this with, let's say, HUL or let's say PNG or let's say Nestle. These all four are FMCG companies. So you basically get an idea of where does ITC stand in the FMCG sector as a whole. Apart from that, you should look at dividend. You should look at, dividend yield per share. So dividend is basically 3.6%, and you get a dividend of 5.75 rupees per year. So basically, if you, let's say, buy one share and you do not earn anything on that for the entire year, you still earn the dividend, which is obviously tax free. So for domestic companies, it is tax free. So that is just a general, a broad idea of how do you use fundamental to, analyze a company as such. Apart from that, like in technical, you can use that, basically this is the graph of the company over a period of 10 years. So you can see right here ki it has started to go up and it is still going up. So that is a good sign for the company that there are no, hiccups in the price of the share, and it is smoothly going up. So it is a good avenue to invest in.
Right. All right. So moving on to the next part, you can basically see a market. All right. So a market is basically a place where, there's an intersection of a buyers and there's intersection of a sellers. All right. So, all right. So basically, if you look at the market from the economic standpoint, so what is basically going to happen is you can categorize the market into two ways. All right. So one, you can say that, one market, concept can be a buyer's market, the other can be a seller's market. All right. Just to indicate what a buyer's and seller's market can look like using your economic graphs, ठीक है? So simply what you can do is basically तुम ऐसे बना सकते हो, ठीक है? तो obviously तुम्हारी y axis पे obviously price and यहाँ पे तुम्हारी quantity होती है, ठीक है? And let's make another graph over here like this. All right. So this is obviously going to be your price again on your y, and this is going to be a quantity on the x. ठीक है? अब obviously your intersection of the buyers and sellers is going to be something like this. ठीक है? कि अगर तुम equilibrium पहले दोनों ले लो, ठीक है? कि this is your equilibrium price, ठीक है? This one, all right? This बीच में, ठीक है? Where the demand and supply meet. All right. So demand curve represents buyers, selling curve represents the sellers. All right. Simple as that. ठीक है? इसमें कोई logic मतलब इसमें कुछ घुसना नहीं, ठीक है? Simple as that. ठीक है? अब now let us see. Let us say one thing that let's say the number of buyers in the market increases. All right. So let's say that ये buying की market ऊपर वाली, ठीक है? This is the sellers market, ठीक है? ये वाली. All right. This is the buyers market ऊपर वाली, this is the sellers market नीचे वाली, ठीक है? अब now let us say that the number of buyers in the market increases. All right. तो अब तुम अगर buying में let's just say कि this was my initial number of buyers, ठीक है? यहाँ पे, ठीक है? And this is my new number of buyers, ठीक है? तो मैं बोलूँगा कि buyers मेरे बढ़ गए. All right. So I'm just gonna quickly move that thing, यहाँ इस वाले point से ऊपर ले जाऊँगा. I'm gonna intersect it with the supply curve, and then I get a new demand curve इस point पे, ठीक है? So this becomes my new demand, which basically pulls my price up, ठीक है? So basically वही है simple कि अगर demand ज़्यादा होती है तो तुम्हारा obviously demand curve shift होएगा, price ऊपर जाएगा, ठीक है? Simple as that, simple basic economics, ठीक है? अब obviously this is your initial price, this is your initial number of sellers in the market, in a seller's market. And then if you guys look at this very clearly, ठीक है, let us say the number of sellers in the market increases. Alright, अब sellers के लिए फिर से वही होगा कि because this is a sellers market, is just simply gonna increase the number of sellers in the market. ठीक है, तो Q पे तुम Q से Q1 कर सकते हो, something like this. ठीक है, तो अगर मैंने सोचा कि ये नए sellers यहाँ पे आ गए, ठीक है, so what is basically gonna happen is I can just move it up, then I can intersect with demand curve because this is sellers market, तो मैं demand के साथ intersect करूँगा, and then I can just draw this supply curve over here, and then I know कि अगर मेरे पास ज़्यादा sellers होंगे market में, ठीक है, ज़्यादा सप्लाई आएगी, then the price is eventually gonna fall down, ठीक है, from this point to this point, ठीक है, buying में price is gonna go up, ठीक है, this is basically economics के हिसाब से चलता है, ठीक है, this is the economical aspect of how this thing works. The other aspect that through which you guys can understand this is the logical aspect. All right, so this is over here called a market depth, ठीक है, this is called a market depth. All right, so जब भी if you guys have broker accounts or something, if you're gonna view on any chart, तो तुम्हारे को दिखेगा best 5 bids and best 5 offers. All right, so for any trade to be executed, ठीक है, for any single trade to be executed, तुम्हारे को buy sell करना है, तुम्हारा जो bid price, ठीक है, this is basically bid what buyers want to buy at, and this is offer which the sellers want to sell at, ठीक है, so this basically becomes blue part becomes the buying part, red part becomes the selling part. All right, simple as that, ठीक है, क्योंकि bid think of it as an auction. All right, so you guys go and sit in auctions, and what happens is basically you guys bid for a better price if you guys want to buy it, okay. So bid basically becomes your buyer's market, and you sell offer becomes your seller's wala part, okay, simple as that. Let us do this one thing, okay. Your trade is going to be executed only when जो तुम्हारी bid price होगी over here, ठीक है, that is going to be equal to the selling price, ठीक है, जो basically what the seller wants to offer, that has to be equal to what the price at which the buyer wants to buy, ठीक है, that is the price at which the trade gets executed in the market, ठीक है. So bid price equals to seller offer price, ठीक है, simple as that. अब इसमें one more thing that you need to look at, ठीक है, कि this is the last price of Reliance, कि जिस पे last exchange हुआ था, ठीक है, so this is called LTP. All right, so if I'm gonna quickly write it down for you guys, ठीक है, LTP. So LTP basically means last traded price, ठीक है, so the last price at which the share exchange hands, ठीक है, between the buyer and sellers, ठीक है, कि seller ने इतने पे बेचा होगा, किसी buyer ने इतने पे खरीदा होगा, ठीक है, that is called LTP. And there's another term with that which is called LTQ, if you guys can look over here, ठीक है, this is called the last traded quantity, ठीक है, LTQ, which is the last traded quantity. You can just write this down very quickly, कि जो लास्ट ट्रेडेड प्राइस है, ठीक है, जैसे कि 925.45 वो है, उस पे देयर वाज वन क्वांटिटी ऑफ रिलायंस दैट वाज बीन एक्सचेंज, ठीक है, किसी एक सेलर ने एक क्वांटिटी बेची है, किसी एक बायर ने वही वाली क्वांटिटी खरीदी है, ठीक है, सिंपल एज दैट. अब लुकिंग एट द मार्केट डेप्थ, यू कैन टेक आउट अ लॉजिकल अप्रोच कि प्राइस कैसे मूव हो रहा है, ठीक है. सो लेट अस से इन दिस केस द नंबर ऑफ सेलर्स इज मोर इन द मार्केट देन द नंबर ऑफ बायर्स, ठीक है. This is what you can basically see, कि number of quantity जो बिकनी चाहती है of that share is actually more than the number of quantity that buyers want to buy in totality. All right, from that you can basically see that there is more supply for that share in the market, ठीक है. So basically there are a lot of people who want to exit from that share, ठीक है, Reliance से लोग बेचना चाहते हैं, ठीक है, more number of people want to sell it than the number of people want to buy it, ठीक है, simple. अब इसमें क्या होता है, look at this through this aspect, ठीक है, अगर number of sellers is, अब I'm going to start with the other thing, ठीक है, अब सोचो कि number of buyers is more, number of sellers is less, ठीक है, या तो देखो दो केस होंगे, या तो buyers ज्यादा होंगे sellers कम होंगे, या buyers कम होंगे sellers ज्यादा होंगे, ठीक है. If you look at the first case where the number of buyers is more and the number of sellers is less, so what is going to happen is buyers ज्यादा है, demand ज्यादा है, ठीक है, number of sellers is less, ठीक है. So you can call the number of sellers जो कम है, you can call the selling part as a minority, ठीक है. And what this minority has is an advantage in the market, all right. So in what that advantage basically is कि that minority can control the price, ठीक है. Let's say buyers is 5 lakhs, sellers is 1 lakhs for example, ठीक है. So basically what you can basically see is that buying बहुत ज़्यादा है, selling बहुत कम है. अब sellers कम है, sellers के पास advantage है, ठीक है. तो अब sellers को पता है कि वो, अब देखो तुम प्रॉफिट कैसे कमाओगे मार्केट में, आइदर यू बाय लो एंड सेल हाई, और आइदर यू सेल हाई और बाय लो, ठीक है, सिंपल एज दैट. अब क्योंकि अगर सेलर्स कम है तो सेलर्स क्या करेंगे, उनके पास एडवांटेज है, वो अपना प्राइस जान के ऊपर ऊपर डाल सकते हैं, बिकॉज दे नो कि डिमांड इतनी ज़्यादा है, बाइंग इतनी ज़्यादा है, दैट वो कोई भी प्राइस डालेंगे शेयर तो बिकेगा ही बिकेगा, ठीक है, बिकॉज डिमांड इतनी ज़्यादा है. तो what these sellers basically keep on doing is they keep on putting a higher price so that उस पे sellers उसका basically high price डालते रहते हैं ऑफर में एंड उसके बाद क्या होता है कि ऑब्वियसली बाइंग में डिमांड इतनी ज्यादा है कि दैट हैज टू गेट एग्जीक्यूटेड, ठीक है, वो कोई ना कोई खरीद ही लेता है, ठीक है। सो सेलर्स क्या करते हैं, जान के हाई प्राइस डालते रहते हैं, ठीक है, व्हेन द नंबर ऑफ सेलर्स इज लेस इन द मार्केट एंड द प्राइस ऑब्वियसली गेट्स इंक्रीज, क्योंकि लास्ट प्राइस पे जो एक्सचेंज होता है दैट इज गोइंग टू गो अप, ठीक है, स्लोली एंड स्लोली। ये हमारा लॉजिकल अप्रोच होता है। Looking at the other part of the scenario, if you guys have more sellers in the market, if you guys have less buyers in the market, ठीक है, logically, so what this basically implies is that अगर तुम्हारे पास buyers less हैं, ठीक है, तो buyers minority है, so buyers basically have an advantage in the market, right? अब sellers बहुत ज्यादा है तो मतलब डिमांड बहुत, सप्लाई बहुत ज्यादा है, right? अब buyers के पास एडवांटेज है तो buyers क्या करेंगे, प्राइस जान के नीचे नीचे डालते रहेंगे, क्योंकि उनको पता है कि लोग इतने रेडी हैं उसको बेचने के लिए, इतना रेडी है उसको एग्जिट करने के लिए फ्रॉम द शेयर, दैट वट एवर नीचे की प्राइस हम डालते रहेंगे, पीपल आर गोइंग टू सेल एट दैट प्राइस, ठीक है। सो दिस इज बेसिकली हाउ दिस थिंग वर्क्स। क्योंकि अब बायर्स नीचे क्यों डालेंगे, बिकॉज तुम मार्केट में जितना नीचे खरीदोगे दैट इज गोइंग टू मैक्सिमाइज योर प्रॉफिट, ठीक है। अब सेलर्स ऊपर क्यों डालेंगे, बिकॉज तुम जितना ऊपर बेचोगे दैट इज गोइंग टू मैक्सिमाइज योर प्रॉफिट, ऑलराइट। तो लॉजिकली भी यही होता है कि यू बाय लो एंड यू सेल हाई, आइदर यू सेल हाई और यू बाय लो, ठीक है। दिस इज बेसिकली हाउ यू गाइस मैक्सिमाइज योर प्रॉफिट इन द मार्केट, ठीक है। सो दैट इज व्हाई कि बायर्स जब के पास एडवांटेज होता है दे एक्चुअली पुट अ लोअर बाइंग प्राइस, सेलर्स के पास जब एडवांटेज होता है दे पुट अ हायर सेलिंग प्राइस, ऑलराइट। एंड जो इन दोनों के बीच में डिफरेंस होता है ना, जो बिड एंड ऑफर के बीच में, ठीक है, so that is called the spread, all right। so this is called the spread in the market, ठीक है, as you guys can see, all right, कि 925.5 and 925.75, ठीक है। so there is a spread of 25 पैसा, ठीक है, कि बाइंग एंड सेलिंग के बीच में 25 पैसा गया है, ठीक है। so when one of them puts the other का प्राइस, ठीक है, so अगर बायर ने सेलर का प्राइस डाल दिया, सेलर ने बायर का प्राइस डाल दिया, then only the trade is going to get executed, right। अगर दोनों का प्राइस सेम नहीं हो then the trade is not going to get executed, right।